Welcome to Living Faith Homestead, everyone. Here at Living Faith Homestead, we raise a flock of chickens. We also have 7 cute little rabbits. And 2 down here. At Living Faith Homestead, we also have 2 ducks that are best friends. You never see one without the other. And they free range, just waddling around the backyard. And I also homeschool my 3 children. Rebecca, the oldest, Sarah, the little blonde in the middle, and then Katie, our youngest. Alright, so my project today is going to be cleaning out this swimming pool, just an old plastic swimming pool that my kids don't use anymore. So I decided to turn it into a little garden, and I planted flowers in here this year, but I want to take it all out and put strawberries in here because I have a lot of strawberry runners that I need to transplant. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm just going to weed all these zinnias out because they're about at the end, because we're into September now and we live in upstate New York, so we have a pretty short growing season. And these already put off a ton of beautiful flowers this year. Some of them are still blooming, but we're going to take them out anyway because I only have so much time to get my strawberry bed ready for spring before the snow flies. So I always think introductions are the worst, for me anyway. But a little about myself: I am Jamie, and we're just like any other homestead family who you know, is seeking to live a more self-sustainable life, a more simpler lifestyle. And so basically that's what we do. We homeschool, we raise chickens, ducks, rabbits, you've already seen, and we try to grow a lot of our own food. Unfortunately, this year has not been a good year for growing our own food because we got very little out of the garden, because here in June it was so rainy and so wet that we couldn't get anything into the ground on time. So I have tomatoes in the garden, but they're still pretty green. So I'm hoping that they will ripen up before our first frost, because it's been getting really cold at night. And we have some winter squash, some zucchini, stuff like that. Peppers didn't do well this year, and I usually have great success with peppers, but just the way the season has went this year. Some years are like that, unfortunately. So we are always seeking to expand on our homestead, and hopefully next year will be even better. So I'm really trying to get all my gardens really ready for fall, really ready for planting in the spring, so I don't have to do much. I use the back to Eden method in my big garden, and my raised beds I don't so much. So, but anyway, today I'm just kind of working on getting some strawberry runners that I already have put in some water to keep their roots wet into this new bed once I get it cleared out. And I think it's going to be a lot easier too, because I'm going to be able to put bird netting over this pretty easily. And I'm also working on a big strawberry patch that is a new garden this year that I didn't really use, except I tried some pumpkins in it to see how the soil was, and the pumpkins are actually doing really good, just that our growing season has been pretty short this year, so I'm not sure if they're really going to ripen up in time for us to harvest. So I will finish weeding this out and then I'll be back. I got all of the weeds out and looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to put some fertilizer in here, except I didn't take out my little white flowers. And over here I have 2 little tiny kale that I'm gonna leave in just to see what they do through the fall. So I have a bucket of runners and plants here. This is a plant. They look pretty crappy because, well, that's how they look in the fall. So I'm just gonna plant them. Try to plant them like 6 inches apart. Remember when you're planting strawberry plants, especially the little runners, you want to make sure that you don't bury the crown because they say that that will kill them. Strawberries are one of my favorite things to grow because they're just so tasty. And the kids really enjoy them. And they're an easy thing to get your kids to help pick. I pulled up some chives from here, some chives that I had been growing in here, and that's all I smell now is chives. This smells good though. So I was going to wait until I had all my gardens ready and cleaned out to start this channel, but I had watched a video from Roots and Refuge, and Jess had said, it was a video she did on her iPhone, and she said that if you wait until everything's perfect, then you'll probably never start, and that you can make videos on your iPhone, and so that's what I have to work with. So all my videos right now are going to be on my iPhone until I get a better camera, whenever that might be. So I'm just going to plant all these runners in here, fill this whole thing up. And it's crazy because like one strawberry plant can put off like up to 10 runners every single year. So like one year I had like 500 strawberry plants. I gave so many away just because the weeds were kind of overtaking, and I had to redo the whole bed, and I wanted to start, you know, from scratch, redo the whole bed. So I gave so many away, and I still had a ton to start over with. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish planting these strawberries in here, and then I will show you around the rest of the homestead. Alright, so I got all of the strawberry runners that I had in the bucket planted, and I know they kind of look pretty bad right now, but in the spring they'll look wonderful. And I still have like tons of room. I actually thought that they would take up this whole area, but I'm really glad though, because I have a lot more that I can plant in here. So this is the new area, the new garden that I had started making and preparing for my strawberry plants. I think I have a lot of strawberries already in here, but I also had told you before that I put some pumpkins in here, and we do have some little pumpkins, a little bit bigger. So this whole area here is all pumpkin. And then I have that over there, which I need to finish covering, putting more wood chips down, more grass clippings. And I've been working on getting more strawberries transplanted in here and over in here. So it is a work in progress over here. And this is actually a tomato plant that my 4-year-old grew. which actually looks like the best tomato plant we have going this year. Here's a squash that I tried planting in a pot this year, and it's just starting to maybe get some flowers. So I think it probably needed more fertilizer. Thanks for joining us, everyone, today for our intro video, and we will see you next time. If you want, you can subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we will be making another video soon. Thanks for watching.